The difference between a website that generates leads versus one that just has our name on it where people can come to get information is fundamentally the principles of how we're setting it up, right? And so maybe you've already watched some of my other videos about, organizing content or strategies and things like this. And this is about the strategy of the lead flow, right? And so jump in. This is going to be a quick video. It's another behind the scenes video about when we're in our live boot camp. Now it's also available in a course, but when we're in there and we're kind of planning, right? So what is it that we want our website to do? Number one, generate leads. Number two, and not necessarily in this order, demonstrate our brand. Number three, highlight what we're good at, right? And so we're gonna tell people by offering things, right? The hook, this is what we're good at. So we'll bring them to the site, right? And then we have to have something that funnels them in, right? So let's go ahead and jump in again for this behind the scenes look. Make sure you get to the end. It's not a long video because these are very, very layered techniques and things that we must put in place so that we can draw them in, convert them, and close more business. Let's jump in. So now I want to get into some more of the fun stuff, right? So really it's going back to the traditional website where it's very flat, right? The call to actions might be missing, the bringing people in where the conversion is going to be higher. That's where it's really important to understand that we have to drive people here, but get them to convert, right? So getting the design set up, that's fine from this perspective. We talked about this a lot, right? Now we're going to start getting into the sales funnel, right? So the funnels is basically where we want it to be hyper niche, right? We want to make sure that we're getting the people that we want. We want to make sure that when people come to our site, they're finding the value that they want. It's not too vague, right? Vagueness means that they're less likely to convert, and we want people to more likely to convert. So sales funnels inherently, that is what they do. And that the goal is to bring in people that when the lead arrives, just like it says here, right, that the content is very niche down, right? It's to your area, it's to your specialty, whether you're an investor, whether you're a military environment, whether you're buying and selling at the same time, or you're waterfront in San Diego, your waterfront in Oregon or Washington, what have you. And then, so they get specifically what they're looking for, right? And then when that happens, it increases the value, and then you have a higher conversion rate. So this is a very important fundamental difference than just a flat website, right? Which tends to be much more generic in nature, right? And then the thing that's great about the kvCORE is that we have the CRM and then all the campaigns that allow us to nurture and close it, right? I've got other, like I use ClickFunnels, amazing funnels, amazing content. They teach you all of this stuff, but not necessarily connected to a back end, right? So you still have to put the lead somewhere. So that's one of the glories that kvCORE has that I want to make sure that we highlight, because that's stuff that we're going to talk about as we keep going forward. All right, so much better when we can have sales funnels where people come to our website, they get the content they want. Like I talked about, like how do we give them the content they want? There's certain strategies about that, right? We have to think about things through. And then there's some other videos here on my channel that are very helpful for starting to think about how to map out that content as well, right? But hopefully now we can start getting on the path, right? You can get on the path to thinking about the funnels, right? Some call to actions, some things that will turn your website into a funnel and get away from what we call the traditional flat website. And sometimes flat websites don't feel like it. If it's just buy and search and get a seller evaluation, that can very much be a funnel, but we need to have more, right? There's a lot of places where you can just go and search for a home. You can do it on some of the major sites, of course, that we know, the Redfins, the Zillows, the Homes.com, all of these things out in the world. But people want hyper niche, right? We want lead flow. So hopefully this has helped you see and start to get on the path of sales funnels. And if this has helped you or you have more questions, go ahead and comment below. As always, if you can give us the thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already, because we know that it is my goal to increase your success. See you next time.